Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Remember the bell notification, subscribe to the channel to get that information and education you need, while also sharing it and commenting down below on our road to 10,000 followers and subscribers, thanks to you. Yes, I'm talking to you, the smart, lovely audience of mine that we are growing and building. And as we can see in a little breaking news here that we feel is important here on our little mid-afternoon update as we get into our daily morning update, and then after our mid-afternoon breaking news and price update, right? And our breaking news today is self-proclaimed Satoshi Craig Wright sees no Bitcoin narrative outside pyramid and Ponzi schemes, right? The almighty scheme. Craig Wright, the notorious Australian computer scientist claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious investor of Bitcoin, came up with yet another anti-Bitcoin trade via Twitter. Self-proclaiming Satoshi, Dr. Wright took to Twitter between Adam Back promoting CryptoPunk and Blockstream CSO, blah, blah, blah. He slams the design of the largest cryptocurrency and stressed that it cannot be used in 2023. Why? The claim is that BTC will hit an all-time high. Why? Not use, not utility, not function. Please explain why there is any reason outside of a Ponzi or pyramid scheme BTC is not an effective payment system, so why? These are all the same questions Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing has been asking and been explaining for the better part of 2 years now on the whole coin system. And I get knocked, and the reason this channel is not bigger than it is because I'm not a big crypto bull. I'm not a big crypto hype train guy. I'm not a big crypto taking over the world's payment systems kind of philosophy kind of person, right? And the audience doesn't really like that. But those are some of the questions I've been asking anyone that listens to this into the wide open YouTube, and wherever else you find it. Those are very good questions to ask, and it's the same thing with all sorts of other coins too. When you have 21,000 of essentially the same things, right? Where these people just put out their coin and they sell all their tokens that they have a lot. They have 1 million. Oh, here I'll explain some of how some of these coins work, and this is a little information right here, and I'll put it in the title. Old Vincenzo explains the crypto ecosystem and how a coin's created. Old Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing partners with a smart guy that knows about computers and software, and we come up with the Vincenzo coin, right? Everyone wants Vincenzo money. I got Vincenzo coins, the all new Vincenzo cryptocurrency. And old Vincenzo says there's 100 million Vincenzo tokens coming out, right? We call them Cenzos, right? There's going to be 1 million Cenzos. And since I'm the king creator, old Vincenzo, out of 100 million Cenzos, I'm giving myself 90 million Cenzos, and I'll put 10,000 Cenzos into the open market based at fraction of a penny, whatever you guys want to pay for it, and you can bid it up from there, right? Depending on if anyone wants it or nobody wants it. And then as those get bought up, I start selling mine periodically throughout the next 10 years, 5 years, whatever I want to spit them out. And as soon as I'm out of my 90 million Cenzos and say I sold them all at $1, that's $90 million. And then old Vincenzo walks away with all the fucking money, right? That's kind of how most of these 99.5% of these coins, 99.69% of these coins that come out, that's exactly what these are. Just look at the cost, the token. I don't even have to say the name that promoted the cost, the token, right? But you all know, if you've all heard it, you know who promoted the cost, the token. And he did exactly that, and that's how he got a bunch of his money that he can just throw and say, I'm putting $1 million on 10x leverage and then lose it 3 times a week and not care because he had the cost, the token, right? So that's kind of how most of the 99.69% of these coins work, and you really got to do your due diligence. Was triggered by Back's forecast about the upcoming Bitcoin price rally. He is sure that the Bitcoin price upsurge can only be fueled by the logic of a Ponzi scheme, since BTC has no use or visible functionality as of today, which is sort of true. You can send it back and forth pretty cheap. I mean, it's not even relatively cheap, because if I send $500 in Bitcoin to another site or exchange or whatever, they charge a pretty good amount of money for that, like $20, $30, $40, $50 sometimes. So that's kind of a lot of money. Security, digital property rights for 8 billion people, store of value, hedge against fiat. But it's not doing a good job hedging against fiat, because we've had massive inflation And what has Bitcoin done during this massive inflation of the last 15 months? Bitcoin's down about 70% from its high, right? That's not hedging inflation. That's just going up with the stock market and risk assets, right? So it's not hedging inflation because you just lost your ass during the highest inflation in nearly 4 decades, right? So we know it's not a hedge against inflation. They no longer say Bitcoin is new money, right? They're way off of that because that's kind of how it started. It's segregated from the financial system. It can't be manipulated. It can't be confiscated. This is what all the influencers say. It can't be confiscated. It can't be manipulated, but it absolutely can be manipulated. And they used to say it's better than money. It's the best form of money, right? And now they don't say it's a currency anymore. They just say it's Bitcoin and crypto. They're going away from the cryptocurrency, the currency part of it, because it's not a currency. It was never a currency. It was never built to be a currency, and will never be reserve currency, right? So they're going away from that. They're going away from it's going to be the money. Then they went to it with digital gold, right? About 12 months ago, it was digital gold. Drop gold, get digital gold, gold 2.0, gold 6.9, right? And then now they're away from the digital gold because gold in the last 12 months is actually up. While everything else is down and crypto is down 70%, gold's actually up in the last 12 months. Pretty much the only thing in 2022 that did not lose money other than silver, right? Kind of insane if you think about it. Also, he is suing crypto entrepreneurs, blah, 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 blah. So that's some of what Craig Wright said and some of what old Vincenzo thinks about what 99.99% of these coins are. And you'll see Bitcoin in the last, let's go the last year. Where's the last year? Let's go to the weekly. Oh, we can do it like this. 1 year, right? Bitcoin in 1 year was down 41% from when the chart started, right? During hyperinflation. Let's go to the stock market, right? Let's see what the fucking stock market did. Go over here to the stock market. Let's see what the Dow Jones did. The NASDAQ. Fuck the NASDAQ. Nobody likes the NASDAQ. Yeah, fucking stock market. Oops. What is all that nonsense? Where are we at? Dow Jones Industrial. Dow Jones Industrial. Just the last year. The Dow Jones, it actually hasn't done too bad in the last year, but it's down 0.96% in the last year. In the 2008 financial crises, you can see silver got way up to, I think about $50 almost. Yeah, about 49, $50. And that was its all-time high, and it hasn't even come close since then. And then we have this huge pump in silver, and now we've had a big dump. But this is what silver does. You get big pumps and dumps, and then it rallies back on its next leg. And the key is to be in there when it's doing its next leg. Like the key was to buy somewhere down there or multiple spots through here. And then you ride that pump. And then you can either, if you're a swing trader or a short-term trader, you can sell it and then see what happens. And then when it did do dump, a swing trader would have probably tried to buy it back somewhere in there, or at least somewhere right around there. But if you're a long-term holder, you watch it pump, you let it pump, you watch it consolidate, maybe buy a little somewhere in the dumps down there during this consolidation, and then wait to see what happens. If it's going to hedge up, or in this case, it crashed down, then you would try to buy it every time it crashed. Like what I did in silver. I bought multiple times during here, but I tried to buy when it was down here near support and down here. And then after it had that huge dump, I bought some silver in that consolidation down there, and now it's pumping again, so I'm not buying any physical silver. I'm going to wait to see what it does. If it comes back down here, I'll buy some more down here. If it goes and runs up here, I'll see how it reacts on here. If it gets rejected off of that level down into the consolidation, then I would look to buy more into there. But that's kind of how I do my silver purchases, because that did hit a big level down there, but major upper resistance is coming back into where it's at now, fighting within this mean right there, right? Anywhere from
where this consolidation is, and it doesn't show you the volume on the metals, which sucks, but you can see it pumped and up and sideways consolidation. Usually is not bullish, but it can be a continuation pattern for one more leg to the upside to retest this major upper resistance. And we're going to currently watch that to see how that happens. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love.